Isaac, welcome back to Project Sacrifice. We are here atop mob spawning platform with many a power flower, each worth 27 quadrillion, 29 trillion, 434 billion, 47,938,311 EMC.
Yeah, man. I could hear the hesitation in your voice.
I was like, damn, have I got the first multiple light right?
It was like, is that
correct?
Quintillion or is that
quadrillion?
The confidence in your voice, man, it built as you got like past the billion and the million. You were like, yeah, I've done it. I've correctly guessed. So we just upgraded our altar to the 5th and in this version of the pack, I believe, final tier, which is tier 6 here, Nick. And I'm quite happy with it. We do have some improvements that we want to make. We want to, of course, upgrade the 54 new blank runes. I think that's probably like almost a doubling of the number of runes that we had in the previous altar.
Yeah,
right?
That looks about right, to be honest.
Like the layer before it is 28 runes. The layer before that is 20. So that's 58. So it's not quite, but it's almost double. It's like 40% more.
Wait, did you say 28 plus 20?
Yeah, so 58 plus 8.
So that 28 plus 20 is 48, right? Plus 8, 56.
Sure,
so
plus 8.
Almost, yeah, like even closer to doubling. even closer to doubling it than initially thought.
Yeah, it's almost a 100% increase, which is real nice. And especially so because we were talking today about upgrading our altar with, well, not really upgrading the altar, but I guess upgrading the setup around the altar to incorporate the Well of Suffering, which is a ritual from Blood Magic that's going to allow us to automatically damage the mobs that are trapped up in this Cursed Earth mob farm, and in damaging those mobs, automatically place life points into the Blood Altar without us having to use our Sacrificial Dagger or the Dagger of Sacrifice manually.
Yes.
Now, to do that, Nick, we need one more Master Ritual Stone. Done. We also need a bunch of regular Ritual Stones, also done. And we need the Ritual Diviner Dusk Edition that we made in the last episode. With that, I have to once again cycle through all of the rituals, some of which you'll remember, Nick, such as Resonance of the Faceted Crystal, Leap of the Harvest Moon.
Crap, yeah.
Oh, and I missed it. I missed the Well of Suffering. I clicked past it. Hold on. It is right here. Okay, Well of Suffering.
Hey.
And again, if we check our favorite book, Nick, the Sanguine Sentium, and you type in Well of Suffering, you'll see the construction of the altar here. It's a 9x9 with the Master Ritual Stone in the middle. So I guess, man, I guess we're tearing down the center pillar.
The chute. Isaac, the chute. Yeah, I think so, man. I think so, unfortunately.
Which I think, I do like the chute. We can keep the pillars, I think, the outside pillars. And we can also, thankfully, I think, get rid of this mob filtering trash can as well now, which is real nice.
Yeah, let me, Are you gonna get rid of the tops and just kind of altar mine this here?
That would make a lot more sense. I actually don't even know. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it the way you suggested. Just to be
I'm spending too long like looking for the best axe I can make, even though I'm going to use it very
for one craft,
for one purpose. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to make like a freaking dark matter axe or something. Here we go.
Oh, I've got a diamond one, man.
Yeah, there you go.
But there we go. These are now
safe to. I think I'm safe to altar mine.
You are cleared for altar mining.
This one, and this one. Okay, the chute has been removed.
I kind of want to put this in the middle. I'm also going to remove these spouts as well, because one thing I was going to say, man, we can leave these outside pillars here. I think it's actually going to look better with it being open, like if you back up a bit, than having the chute there. I think it looks more like an altar than it did previously. You know what I mean?
It does look quite interesting, to be fair. It does look very interesting. It's like a big four-legged, like, tree-based life form. That's what it looks like to me right now. With 4 fans on it, on its face.
We don't even need the fans, man. The fans can be removed.
That's true, yeah,
because the mobs just need to be in range.
Yeah, that's true. They don't need to be shooted to the center and dropped anymore. You're right.
Let me have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's perfect. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the center, and that's where I'm going to put the Well of Suffering.
Okay.
Like this. So let me consult the Sanguine Sentient again, because the way this works, it says attacks mobs within its damage zone and puts the LP into a nearby blood altar. The ritual attacks mobs within the damage zone and puts blood into the nearby blood altar. Place a blood orb in the altar, maybe add a few runes of sacrifice for good measure, and you'll never have to worry about your LP supplies again, as long as you can supply enough mobs. The area the ritual searches for a blood altar to deposit blood into, it says max radius 10, vertical radius 15. The ritual can only link to one blood altar at a time. So I think we've got, there's a tricky trickster here, man. So I said before we might only need one blood altar. That might not be true. We might need two like big blood altars, because what's going to happen is the Well of Suffering is going to bind to a blood altar, and right now it's going to bind to this one because it's the closest, right?
Yes.
Then we need to place a blood orb into this blood altar permanently to make sure that the Well of Suffering continues to run, because the Well of Suffering has a cost. Like, it uses 1 LP, I think, or 2 LPs every time it runs, right? Every 25 ticks. So basically, it's going to use 2 LP per second, thereabouts, to run. And so we need to leave a blood orb in the blood altar, or in one of our blood altars that's receiving life points, so that we always have LP ready to go, right? Now, what we could do is we could link the Master Ritual Stone to this blood altar, and then like use a fluid pipe to extract out of this blood altar into a second blood altar. And have that second blood altar be the one
that we use
that stores all of the
crafting blood.
No, sorry. The second blood altar is the one that's going to store the blood orb, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that the first one can be used for crafting, because the first one has all the speed runes, right?
Right. Oh, yeah, I suppose this one will be full. Okay.
Right. The only slight problem you run into then is that the blood altar is kind of hard limited on how fast it can move life points. For example, if I grab this wrench and I grab the best pipe upgrade that we have taught in the system, which is the advanced pipe upgrade, right? If I set this to extract, right now it's 50 millibuckets per tick, supposedly, but you'll see that looks like it's not moving anything. It is moving something. The blood altar is weird in that there is like an internal buffer that fills up before you see anything. Oh. Which is awkward.
That is awkward.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
But even if I put the advanced pipe upgrade in, now it should be transferring 2 buckets per tick, right? Which is 2 buckets 20 times a second, but you'll see it's not actually got any faster. That's because the blood altar is hard limited on how fast it can move life points by default. That is where the displacement rune comes in. The displacement rune, if we check the Sanguine Sentient again, displacement, it says the displacement rune increases the flow rate of life essence into and out of the altar when pumping to and from an external tank multiplicatively by plus 20%. So the more displacement runes you have, the faster you can move stuff. Again, multiplicatively. So right now, it looks like it's doing like 20 millibuckets per second.
Yes, that does seem correct. Yeah, 20 millibuckets per second.
40,
80,
60,
500,
80, 100. So that's 1 millibucket per tick.
Yeah, got it.
Right, and so I don't know if you have a scientific calculator, Nick.
Oh, I don't have one in this room, but can I attempt to do this on my phone, Isaac?
I think you can make it happen.
Here we go. Let me get the calculator app open and just turn it sideways.
Well, so I guess I think there's a possibility that this is not fast enough, because as we saw a second ago, the Well of Suffering requires 2. Oh no, it might be fine. The Well of Suffering requires 2 life points every 25 ticks, so it requires like less than 2 life points per second, which means it might be fine. Actually,
I was wondering that, yeah, but I'll do a calculation, Isaac, if you want me to.
But I think the way the Well of Suffering might work, man, it might use 2 life points per mob in the zone. Which
is a lot more.
Exactly.
Right.
The good news is you get more than that back from everything, but I think it might use way more than 2 actively. So the reason I've got you getting the calculator out is because the displacement rune is multiplicative, so the calculation is 1, which is the base value of the rune, right? 1 millibucket per tick, multiplied by 1.2, which is the 20% increase.
Yeah.
And then because it's multiplicative, you do it to the power of the number of displacement runes.
Right.
So if we did 1 multiplied by 1.2 to the power of 8.
8 is 4.299, Isaac. So 4.3 times increase.
Yeah,
not bad.
That would be if we replaced, like, just upgraded this to a tier 2 altar and put like the 8 runes around it, right?
Yeah.
If we went one step further and upgraded it to a tier 3 altar, which is easy to do because it's just glowstone, that would give us what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 28? So what's 1 multiplied by 1.2 to the power of 28?
28 is...
And this is where the exponential nature of multiplicativeness...
164.84, Isaac.
Yeah,
so 165 times faster, pretty much. That's, you know, that's those extra 20 are quite... It gives you quite a big increase, right? So
there is also then I don't know the calculation on this, but there is also a rune that we mentioned in the last episode. We're getting really in the weeds on the mathematics of it here, but the acceleration rune.
Oh, yes.
It says the acceleration rune increases the rate of a couple of operations, while normally the operation of the displacement rune occurs every 20 ticks. 1 tick of delay is removed per rune down to a minimum of 1 tick of operation. So
okay, so it does it every 19 ticks rather than 20, like this rate of transfer is
I think I don't know if it's the rate of transfer that changes. I think it's the rate of... Oh no, I guess it is the rate of transfer, yeah.
Yeah, just because this amount...
You could use a combination of...
happens.
I just don't know what the best combination of acceleration runes and displacement runes is.
Yeah.
I think for our purposes, just making more displacement runes might be the better call.
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, once you put a certain number of displacement runes down, we're good, right? And our life network will be, you know, constantly filled with enough life points to sort the mobs out. It's 165 times. It's quite a lot.
I guess the question then, actually, I've started building this, but I'm wondering if we want to shift this up. Because I'm wondering if we are going to build like a tier 3 altar, like, obviously we can't build it here because this altar is already here, right? Do we want to shift this altar and place it above the current altar and then put the Well of Suffering even further up? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. And the one that we put up in the middle will be, tier 3, which is a few levels thick, obviously.
But we need the Well of Suffering to bind to this altar, though, not this altar, right?
Right. So do you want to go Well of Suffering?
But then we need to build. But then if we're going to build a tier 3 altar, the tier 3 altar is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 blocks tall. Mm-hmm. So we need 4 blocks worth of height for that altar to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So would we able to put the Well of it's going to be a bit tight, isn't it? It's going to be a bit tight. I think it'll be fine.
Might be a bit tight. I think it might also be fine.
I think it'll be fine.
Like, let me check the Well of Suffering again. The only thing that could potentially put a wrinkle in our panties is if... So it says the range for the ritual, it says vertical radius is 15 blocks. So I'm assuming that even if I put the Well of Suffering real close to the top here, that we're going to be fine. Like if I put this down, like here, right? And I build... that, which is going to require that we take away some of these pillars again, by the way. We've got like a conflict like here-ish.
Down here.
Let me check if that's... Yeah, that's correct. That height that I've just cut mine out is the same, is the right height.
That's correct.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So I think that should be the Well of Suffering.
Okay. Nice.
Cool. Then, of course, we need to activate it. We should still have a weak activation crystal. We do. We probably don't have the
required amount of activation points. I was hoping we would have got some extras from the last thing we did, but it did use it quite a lot, right?
We used 150,000, which is the maximum that we can store in our network. So we maxed it out and then used it all. We need 40,000.
Right. Okay. So is this going to be a sacrificial knife job, basically?
But that's going to be tricky. It's not going to be that bad, actually. I got 4,000 from the first dagger usage there. Okay. So teamed up with the
there you go.
If you run as well while doing it, because like that will get the saturation down enough for the nutrient bars to kick in.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Let me do that then.
And then just make sure you right click, shift right, hold Yeah, just right-click not on anything as you run. I might have nutrient bricks on it. I have nutrient bricks.
Yeah, it takes a second sometimes.
I know, right? Do I need the watch of flowing time down to speed me up?
Honestly, yeah, gosh. Okay, I've done a couple clicks.
Let me check my... Yeah, let me check this. We're at 17,000. We're almost halfway there, man.
Yeah, it says not terrible.
Almost halfway there.
All right. Feed me up.
Oh, someone asked a good question here. Somebody asked the question. You need the displacement runes on the altar that is connected to the Well of Suffering, right? Or do you need it in both? You need it in both, unfortunately. Because there's because the displacement rune speed is both input and output. So if we wanted to put a lot of displacement runes into the top altar, we would also need a lot of displacement runes in the bottom altar as well, unfortunately. Like, you can't... you do have to have it in both altars, which is going to be interesting, I guess. Is there a... There is a reinforced displacement rune as well, which I'm assuming does the same again. I'm assuming it kind of gives you an additive, a multiplicative 40% instead of a multiplicative 20%, which is actually a huge upgrade. But again, it would require that we find out how in the world you get these Hellforged parts. Because
yeah, right. We didn't come across any in the in that dimension we were in last time.
To be fair, it even says when I hover over the parts, it says these parts are currently beyond your crafting capabilities.
Oh.
Let me check the Sanguine Sentium and let me type in intricate and then maybe Hellforged, because I don't even know. The book doesn't even tell me about them, so I'm wondering if there's something we have to do or like something we have to unlock before that becomes ready. We're good, by the way, on this.
Perfect.
Activation crystal. Let me do this. A rush of energy flows through me. I'm too weak. Did that? Oh, I assume that worked. Yep. Yep. If you got the mobs are being damaged. Good? So down here, if I take...
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are gaining life points. I don't think we share a soul network. So no. Like, I'm assuming if you right-click on this, you don't actually see the life points going up.
Let me have a look. No. No, I do. Peering into the soul of gaming on caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going up, man. 30,000, nice. 31,000. Yeah, no, that's real nice. That's going up quite quick as well.
Yeah, right?
It's going up at a good rate.
So that, I guess, shows us that... Well, first of all, we got a decent amount of mobs up here, right? Like, the mobs are up here. The good news as well, man, there's actually quite good news. So up here, we have mobs. The mob farm will continue spawning mobs. Witches regenerate their health. So witches, once they're in here, will never die. They'll just keep going.
Won't die.
Yeah, it doesn't deal damage to them fast enough.
So this rate will go up as long as we don't get like a billion witches that then kind of destroy everything. Well, I guess we can just always kill them at that point.
Yeah, and again, the like mob limit will stop the lag from getting too bad. I hope.
True. So yeah, no, that is really useful.
So now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to build this quite high up just in case we want to bring it down. Like, I'm going to put this like here.
That makes sense. Yeah. Right. I think that should be at a good level with all the other bits and bobs down.
So what do we need for displacement runes, man?
Let's have a look. So we need, for just the regular ones, dude, it's just freaking imbued slates, some water buckets, and then some stone and a blank rune. It's not bad at all. Buckets are obviously EMCable. Imbued slates should be relatively fine. And then it's just stone and then blank runes, right? Which obviously we have down already as templates. So yeah, it should be all right, man. We just need imbued slates, basically.
Here you go as well. If you continue to right-click, like if you just hold down right-click that again, you can see the current rate at which it's using the life points from the soul network, which is not too fast, actually.
No.
Which means we hopefully shouldn't need that many displacement runes to get this going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, this looks fine. 504, 488, 472. Yeah, it's kind of doing its thing. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay. That's pretty good then. What do you reckon the speed is on that? Like, what do you reckon the speed per second or per tick? Yeah.
Per second.
Like 40?
16, 60. I don't even know if it's that much, man. I'm seeing 16 to 20 every 2 seconds.
Okay.
So maybe even like
10 per tick
10
or something?
to 15.
Or 10 per
yeah,
second?
10 per tick.
Or 10 per second, right, you're saying, which is like half of a
per
tick.
second, sorry, yes, per second.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me. First of all, this is not extracting, but again, I think that's a buffer thing that's filling up. Let me per pipe upgrade in here, even though I don't think it matters in the slightest, but that's going to remove any bottleneck that might occur. Is that going up now if you hold right click?
Let's have a look. It is very slowly.
Like even with the down ticks, it is actively going up.
Yeah, it's trending upwards. Yeah, 82, 97, 78,000, 78,014, 78,035. Yeah, it's going up, man. It's
okay, well, in that case, man, we might not even need any displacement.
I think this is fine because you're obviously using the blood here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that case, what I might do
it'll be all right.
Is I might still make some.
Make like a couple, right?
I think I'm gonna make 4.
4.
Yeah.
Sure.
Again, I don't even know if it's worth it, man. Like we have to. The reason I say that is because we do have to put 4 into each altar, and it's going to take away from our ability to
use other things like speed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's. I can always just keep an eye on this.
I mean, I could make 4, and just put 2 in each altar.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right. That's a very small commitment.
I think that's probably going to be fine. A few buckets of water and some slates.
Yeah, we can always overcommit later if needs be, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it requires a higher tier slate. I thought it was reinforced. It's not. It's imbued.
Imbued.
Okay,
imbued.
Fine. We can make that happen. That's imbued. I only need 4 of these. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But this, I think this already is going to make our lives easier. And again,
honestly,
it's a small thing, man, but I do like how open this is now.
Yeah, it's nice actually. Yeah, like not having to. Well, first of all, not having to keep killing mobs, but then also, not having to like tuck yourself into that little too high space to then kill mobs. So
it's like we've knocked down the wall between our living room and dining space. They can make a nice big open plan area.
Open plan, always very, very trendy.
Super trendy. You a fan?
People suggesting watch the flow. I really like open plan. I have open plan. I like open plan. I'm a perpetrator of open plan.
you're the other perpetrator. You're the
perpetrator.
The initial.
I'm the lobbyist, Isaac, of open plan. No, I love an open plan.
Nick's doesn't have any walls.
Galley kitchens are my worst enemy, Isaac. Small galley kitchens, open plan of all the things.
Nick's house is just one big room. Nick's apartment is just one giant.
It is. It's just a huge studio, basically. Cavernous. Even the cupboards, Isaac, open. Everything is open.
Of course. Reverb is horrendous.
Oh, it's terrible. I've just got loads of effects on right now to stop it.
Well, let me do this. Let me try my hardest not to open this colossal chest.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep symmetry. So I put down 2 displacement runes. So, quick maths, Nick. What's
have a look.
What's 1 multiplied by 1.2 to the power of 2?
1 multiplied by 1.2 to the power of 2. 1.44. What did I say? No, 2.44. Let me have a look. Let me put it in the air. 1 times 1.2 to the power of 2. Is that what you said, right? 1.44, yes, it was 1.44.
Nice. Was that worth
like a 44% increase, Isaac. 44%. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. Like when you think of it that way, that does make it sound better, right?
Yeah,
the percentage increases always sound better when the numbers you're playing with are very, very, very small.
Yes, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you go from making 12 cents an hour to making 13 cents an hour, it's a big upgrade, but like it's still, you're not getting by.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the upgrade you're getting this year, by the way, Nick.
Oh, okay.
We're going from 12 to 13 cents.
That's right. I already calculated it with my scientific calculator eyes.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for that.
You knew it was a big upgrade.
Almost 10% increase.
Okay, this looks like it is going up, which is
going up,
good.
man, at like a rate of 12 per second, it looks like, from what I can see thereabouts.
Next up, man, is like we're limited now. We're like hard limited by the capacity of our base blood altar because like we're not hard limited, but like we're not gaining the maximum efficiency because our altar's full. And so I'm wondering if, man, we do have the ability to kind of start going crazy now because we could look at upgrading our capacity with the runes of capacity. We could also look at using the runes of augmented capacity, which again, using your scientific calculator, man, give us that multiplicative effect.
Right?
Now, the key part here is it says the rune of augmented capacity increases the capacity of the blood altar by a multiplicative 7.5% per rune. The augmented capacity runes apply after the regular capacity runes. So our current capacity is 26,000, right?
Yeah.
There comes a point in time, because each current capacity rune, I believe, adds 2,000, right? I think we've got 13 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, sorry, 8. 8 of them, 8 times 2,000 plus the initial 10,000. Is that right? Is that what we have?
Yes, that makes sense, because it's about 26,000, like 26 buckets, right?
Yes. So
that we've got in here.
I believe the initial runes of capacity add 10%. Oh, no, sorry, 20%? I think?
20%, I think.
Correct, 20%. So they give you 20% of the base amount. The base amount is 10,000, so they give you 2,000, right? So there's kind of this point where we do need a lot of capacity runes. Once we get past the point, that there comes a point basically where the rune of augmented capacity gives you more than 2,000, but initially that's not the case, right? Because initially, 10,000, 7.5% of 10,000 is 750? Is that right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, that is right. So
yes. And because
once we have, we want the 7.5% to be
over
2,000, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
I've got the number in my head at like 13 or something. So it looks like we need to have just under 30,000, because 30,000, 7.5% of that is 2,250.
Yeah.
I think it might be 28,000. 28,000. 7.5% of that is 2,100. And then if you go down again, 26,000, 7.5% of that is under 2,000. Yeah, so we need 28,000. So once we get to 28,000, which is just one more
I was going to say,
capacity.
it's not much, yeah.
After that, then the runes of augmented capacity, because they take this 28,000 and then multiply that by... they give you 7.5% extra,
7.5%,
and 7.5%
yeah.
of 28,000 is 2,100. So at that point,
yeah,
they are the better
become
choice.
Better, sure,
And
okay.
at that point, Nick, as well, this is where your scientific calculator comes back into effect again, because
Okay.
we've not done enough maths
ready.
already in this episode.
I'm ready.
If you do 28,000
Yeah.
multiplied by 1.075
Yeah.
to the power of the number of augmented capacity runes that we have, that we want, that's going to give you the number. So obviously, if you do it to the power of 1, which is, just, you don't even need to do it.
That's
that
just like 1, right? Yeah.
That should take you to 30,100, I believe.
Yeah.
So the math is adding up there. If you did like 10, though,
that would take us to 57,708.
Yeah. And then let's say 15.
So if I go clear, I've lost it.
28,000.
28,000 times 1.075 to the power of, was it 15?
Yeah.
That would give us 82,848.
Yeah. So you can see the first 10 give us only 20,000 more, going from 30 to 55. The next 5 give you like 30,000 more.
Yeah,
and it goes up further and further and further and further. Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That is right.
So I guess, man, the question is like, what kind of capacity do we want? And what kind of like speed do we want? Because we also got these runes of sacrifice in here. We do have runes of self-sacrifice, by the way, still in here for some reason, which we can definitely take out now.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's
not
true.
Required at all. The runes of augmented capacity do require demonic slates, and so that's also kind of where I'm thinking, do we want more speed runes as well? Is that like something that we want in our lives?
So someone did suggest, instead of speed runes, we could just put Watch the Flowing Time down, and that would just speed everything up. Is that safe?
Actually very true. I think that's safe and logical, man.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do, because then we don't have to use up precious runes.
That's very true.
We'll go through the rigmarole.
Okay.
So that will make this better.
You've sold me, man. You've sold me.
Again, selling you for all of this side.
You told me you weren't a good business salesman earlier, man, but you've lied to me.
No, no, gosh, I'm clearly doing the work right now. That will speed everything else up, right? Like the Well of Suffering, the mobs, like the whole shebang.
If the Well of Suffering is within the range of the Watch of Flowing Time, then yes, it will speed it up.
Yeah.
That really depends on where we put the pedestals.
Yeah. I
also don't know if we want it to accelerate the Well of Suffering. But like, I mean, we could try it if you want. Do you want me to put these?
I want to try it.
Okay.
I don't want to like suddenly rinse through the blood altar and then we just got to kind of wait.
You don't want to wake up in 50
to
years
do its thing.
and wonder what if.
What if? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we've really tightly done this, man. If you press F3B to see the borders again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've
Pink
got
box.
like some of the Well of Suffering, but it's okay.
No, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It needs to cover it needs to cover the Master Ritual Stone, but this only barely covers the Blood Altar,
itself.
Yeah.
So we need like a couple sets of this.
I see what you're saying. Right.
Yeah, okay. Like some raised, some lowered.
Okay, in that case, I'm not gonna put a crazy number of them down.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna be a sensible boy. Okay. Do I have your permission to be sensible?
You do have my permission. You do have my permission.
I'm gonna put two down.
Yeah.
In both dimensions.
Yeah.
We can always add more. We can always take them away.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll stick with that. Okay.
Okay.
I am a little concerned it might be two-faced in terms of making these blank slates I'm trying to make currently. But
oh yeah, sure.
But so I guess here we need one more rune of capacity, right? That's like kind of step one.
Correct.
But also, let's have a look at how fast does that? Yeah, that really goes through it, man. In making the demonic slate.
Oh my lord! Holy crap!
Maybe a bit too fast. I need an imbued slate.
That's insane.
It comes back kind of quick. I guess we also probably do want more runes of sacrifice. The more runes of sacrifice, the more life points we get from each use of the Well of Suffering.
Yeah, definitely then, I think. So it sounds like sacrifice and capacity are the
name of the game.
Or augmented capacity are the ones, yeah. Okay,
I've made a new capacity rune. It is going to throw off, like it's awkward, Nick, because what do we care more about? Do we care more about efficiency or some symmetricization?
You think you make two of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, just make two of them. Make two of them.
You want to take two runes of capacity, even though we know in our heart of hearts that it's the less efficient way to do it.
A slight inefficiency. Yes, Isaac, make
You're
two.
willing to sacrifice efficiency for visual pleasure, Nick, for your own visual pleasure.
I'm willing to self-sacrifice runes of not self-sacrifice for oneself, Isaac.
Okay.
Is what I'm willing to do. There you go. That's better. So now it's augmented capacity game.
Well, first of all, I'm going to get rid. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 8 runes of self-sacrifice here. I'm going to replace all of those with runes of sacrifice.
Sure.
And then we can look at augmented capacity, I guess. Sacrifice. So what do we need here? We need reinforced slates. Reinforced slates are really hard to get because the altar is too fast.
Right. Because it becomes demonic too quick. Right.
Actually, they're all right.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be quick. No.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, that guy went too far on that one.
Oh.
We could, there is like a way you could do this with like a fast item pipe and a locked drawer.
Sure.
That would also
like
work.
a little whitelist kind of thing. Like take this out immediately once you see them at this tier.
Okay, I do need more blank runes to make this work. That's fine. Boom. And boom. I need more stone. Is there a transmutation? Man, we need the transmutation. Oh, is it not in here?
Is this the thing where you can pull items out of, like, pipe items out of a thing and it's connected to your network?
There was a transmutation interface
that
let you, like, kind of connect this up. I think, if I'm not mistaken, man, that this is, again, like a totally different side tangent. EMC link. So we made an EMC link. We made pretty high level EMC links. So we've got refined, energy, and personal. Like a basic energy EMC link, but also allows import and export of items. Like the personal EMC link, but has 1 input slot and 9 output slot intended as automated item storage systems. Yeah. Hold on, let me look at this here. So this refined EMC link, I believe this is upgradable to a compressed. It is. Let me just do that real quick. It's the better version of it. So if I do this and this, let me see here. If I put this down, if I put like, I think what I'm assuming, I'm hoping, I'm praying, Nick, that if I'm going to move this like under the platform next to the other stuff because I want it out of the way. But down here, if I put down another link cable, right, like this, and I put this guy down like this, that connects up. And then if I were to put like stone into here, I think, if you press Z to open your crafting interface, you'll see we have 2 billion stone accessible now.
Oh, wow.
So,
dude, this is so useful for like singularities and stuff that we have to make later as well.
So now if there's something that we want to craft, basically, if I want a stone now, if I take it out, it will take the EMC value of it and it will pull it out of here, essentially. It's using this as a way to access our transmutation tablet for us. but
No,
via
that's super
the
useful.
simple storage network. Yeah.
Cool.
Which is good, because I keep
That's
crafting
very
these
good.
runes of sacrifice, and every time I need to go get more stones for the blank runes. And it's just, it's too much, man. I've had enough.
No, it's too much effort, Isaac. Too much mental effort.
That's true, man. That's true. And my philosophy is less mental effort is
less
better.
mental effort by spending more mental effort to then have less mental effort for the long term. Investing mental effort in mental effort, Isaac.
Investing mental effort.
You know
in,
what I mean.
in not needing mental effort. Yeah.
You know
exactly
what I mean.
You mean, man. Don't you worry about it. Okay, so we got some more runes of sacrifice here. Again, these are still only additive. And so it's going to be a small upgrade, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it is kind of still going up.
Do you want me to...
Look at a good rate here.
Do you, Nicholas, want me to get rid of the speed runes? And put more sacrifice runes in or something? Or more capacity runes?
Ooh, and we would just want to go, ooh, yeah, maybe, yeah, instead of the speed ones, sacrifice. Yeah, that could be useful.
Yeah, that it's kind of no longer necessary. I do think, Nick, that it could be worth here doing a little bit of pipe mania.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, if we do this and this, I think it's going to help us tremendously, because here, for example, I need more reinforced slates, right? So I'm going to have to do at least one to get one here. So I'll do this, and then, oh, I missed it. It's gone. You gotta be so fast. Okay, I got one. If I put that in here, we do have a draw key. We can lock this, and if we get like a high tier pipe upgrade that pulls out like the ultimate pipe upgrade, that is
very quickly.
Yeah. Then we should be able to set that to pull it out, and it should just pull it out very fast, right? So let me like before, faster than I could ever pull it out, I guess is the whole point. And thankfully these are EMCable, and also, so there is. Yeah, like if I do this, now I should just be able to put this in, and as soon as it becomes the right thing, it gets extracted, right? So you'll see the number, if you look at that draw, the number of slates is going up, because I'm just putting the rocky dirt in.
Yeah, it's just pulling it out. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, which is nice.
Very useful.
Do we have like laser eye or anything in here?
Well, that's the one thing that I immediately thought about when you mentioned doing this, but I don't think we do.
Because there's a problem.
Unfortunately.
The problem is that you can, like I was going to say we could like pipe in, right, to the altar. The problem is that the altar will accept kind of as many items as you try and pipe into it. Whenever you right click, it only takes one, but if I had a draw, it would take like a full stack.
Yeah, and then it wouldn't do anything. It doesn't process.
It would process. It would try and do all of them at once, right?
Oh, I see.
So if you want to do a full stack, it would
blood.
need 128,000 life points. If they weren't, if we didn't have it coming in fast enough, it would be a problem. Yeah. So that's kind of the only slight downside there. For now, though, I think I might be able to just do this, though. We need, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12 with speedruns is what we have. We're going to take all those out. That is going to slow us down, but that might be fine. We can always just add another watch if needs be, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to replace these with sacrifice, runes of sacrifice.
Correct.
For extra LPs. Okay, and then sweet.
After that is when we can kind of start looking at adding the augmented capacity around the outside, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And like, man, how many blank spaces do we have around the outside? If we want to go crazy. We have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 48, Isaac. We have 48 blank slots.
So what's the calculation on that if we want to go insane?
So it's 28,000. Well, actually, we've got 30,000 now, don't we? We've gone up a bit.
We might have more than that, man. We have got... Oh, no, yeah, 30,000 is correct.
30,000 times 1.075 to the power of 48.
That's madness.
Is 965,445, Isaac. So almost 1 million life points. Almost 1,000 buckets.
So, like, again, whether or not the balance there is correct, because like it might be more worth it.
God knows
to put down more sacrifice runes, right, as opposed to that many augmented capacity runes. Because, at a certain point, you're going to not be filling it up anywhere near fast enough to use the capacity.
That's right. I can look at 24 if you wanted to do a 50-50 split.
Yeah, go for it. What's 24?
So 30,000.
Way less than half, annoyingly, right?
Oh, some 5. Yeah,
due
less
to the
than
exponential
half.
nature.
Exactly. To the power of 24. 170,186.
That's crazy. 1/9, like a tenth of the capacity.
Yeah, let me try 30 to the power of 36. Here we go.
Yeah, we can always do more. But to be fair, man, even 100,000 is probably a lot.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, actually, I say that. The demonic slates require 15,000 plus 5,000 is 20, 22. They require like 23,000 almost, just shy of.
Quite a lot.
To make the
Power of
demonics.
36 would give you 405,000. So if you wanted to do, you know, like a 3-to-1 ratio of augmented capacity to sacrifice, that's 405,000 is quite a nice number.
That's true. I'm happy to take your sage wisdom on this, Nick. Whatever you think is the best, setup for us. I'm happy.
Yeah,
with.
let's do that. Let's give ourselves a nice almost 500,000.
As lead-based designer, Nick, I truly, submit to
let's do
your
that.
demands. Okay, this is notably slower now without those speed runes.
Oh wow!
Like if you come and take a look here, to be fair, I am going up to a higher tier here. This is imbued, but if I put this in,
yeah, no, that is
right.
Yeah, gosh, with the watches too. Yeah, it's like it feels like there's no watches in there.
No,
there you go. Nice. That's more like it.
Okay.
That's more like it.
Put one more watch down just for good measure. I guess the thing is we can put as many watches as we like down, and then always just toggle them on and off depending on.
That's it, right? Exactly, because these watches are free effectively. So
yes.
You just put them wherever the hell you want, and yeah, like you say, just turn them off and on as you see fit.
Right. If something's too fast, we can always just cool it.
Yeah.
On the watches.
Okay, so augmented capacity is imbued, right?
Correct.
Imbued. So we want 30. Let's go with 36.
So we want 36
these.
Imbued, and that. Sorry, gosh, we need to. The blood's running out too fast. Do I need to speed up the amount of more watches up here?
Yeah, I think so. I
don't know if that works. I'm hoping it does work.
Then sacrifice is only reinforced. Okay, that's cool.
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, there's nothing in here, so I can't comment. But
I think we've accelerated it so much that the witches are dying.
I see. Right.
Also, I was not expecting this, but the mobs are still dropping mob drops, and so I am going to put down the collector with the trash can again. I'm not going to worry about it as much this time. I'm not going to do the filtering, just because I don't think, like, the only things that should be up here that are going to get collected are the things that we don't want anyway, right?
Yeah. Gosh, yeah, though it does tear through the blood quite quickly. It's bloody fast, though.
I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah. It's so bloody good, Isaac. Oh, my lord. Everything okay up there?
Blew up on me, man.
Oh, no.
Also, man, we can improve efficiency here.
Oh, yeah.
We've got, I forgot completely that we've got freaking carpet in here, man.
Oh,
to stop spiders spawning.
For spiders.
But we don't have
that
to shoot
matter
anymore,
now,
so
right?
we don't need that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, and then let me shift this. Oh, I can't shift this. I can just leave this where it is. Like use the Y though, like that. Let me show the range. Just make sure that's big enough. It is indeed lovely. Okay, so don't drop anything on top of this because it will get deleted up here.
Okay.
But it's also going to stop the server from lagging. My concern was going to be: do we want to get rid of the observers and put the Watchers of Flowing Time in like such a position that they cover the cursed earth? Like move these up a bit.
Yeah. Maybe
right?
I think
Like instead of using these, get rid of these as much as I like them, and then replace them with just Watchers of Flowing Time.
Yeah.
To again give us that kind of flexibility to do as much as we like or as little as we like all of the time.
All right, we are at 36 imbued slates.
Oh, you still putting rocky dirt in there, man.
Yeah, I am.
I added the rocky dirt to the list of controlled substances for us, Nick, so we have them available at all times.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so that's cool. So, augmented capacity. Let me save this.
It's just regular capacity we need first, though, right?
Fine. Yes.
That's what those imbues are for.
Do. Right.
Because to upgrade to augmented, we need demonic slates.
Oh, we do. Okay, right. Let me continue. then. But I assume I have to
change the altar.
Change the setup here. Yeah.
I got you, man. I got the demonic slate and I got the key. So in a sec, I will unlock this. Take these out. So these are earmarked for the capacity runes.
Regular capacity ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
let me get my rocky dirt back.
How many of these do we need? You said 36.
36, yeah. I thought we'd go with a 36 to 12.
Cool.
So
I have the 36 capacity runes. That's done.
Perfect.
Okay, let me put these watches back down and see if that increases the speed of our mob farm sufficiently. I think it probably will. Hopefully not.
Yeah,
too
this is definitely
much.
faster.
Good. Yeah,
I'll
there's a
tell
lot
you
of
what,
witches up
though.
here.
A lot of blood gets used for demonic, but this is filling up
Yeah.
significantly faster.
Like, fast enough, or you want it faster?
I want it faster, Isaac.
Okay.
I do want it faster.
Don't take that out of context, chat, all right?
All right.
Okay, how's that? This altar up here, by the way, is full. Like, the Magician's Blood Orb is full on life points.
Right. No, it's good. No, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm being just very picky here. Obviously, when we get our like augmented capacity, the fact that this is just going to passively, fill up on. Oh, I think I messed it up.
I think there are small ways that we could make this better, but I don't know how much it's worth doing it. So I think if we wanted to, we could either move the Cursed Earth or move the. Basically, I think if we take the witches from where they spawn initially and move them somewhere else, I think because there's like I think the Cursed Earth will stop spawning mobs. Like, there's not that many witches up here. I think the Cursed Earth will stop spawning mobs when there's like a few, not many, like 8 by the looks of it.
Right.
Whereas if we take the witches and like kind of moved them away from the spawn area and crammed them into a small space, there would be a lot more of them in that small space. You know what I mean? So if we kind of moved the Cursed Earth farm up with the whole funneling system, funneled the mobs to the middle, dropped them down to a smaller location. Again, basically recreate what we had, but higher up, and then had the Well of Suffering kill them once they're in that lower position. I think we'd get a lot more life points. You know what I mean?
Right. I see. Interesting.
I'll take these, though, because I can start upgrading
to
augmented capacity. I do need obsidian for that, so I'm going to add obsidian to our list of substances on the lower level. We do have a lot of Endermen again. Let me, I think I took away the Ender inhibitor from before, so the Endermen have kind of.
I did notice actually, yeah, that they were kind of walking around.
Okay, I've turned that. I put that back. I didn't think we'd need it.
Okay,
but kind of makes sense that we do, I guess. All right, let me do that, and do I need a higher tier blood orb? Oh no, I need a master blood orb or an archmage blood orb. Do we only have a tier 3 blood orb? Is ours magician? I think it might be man.
Oh, I thought we had master for some reason.
That's all right. I can. We can go straight up to the top tier, man.
Nice.
If we have 80,000 life points.
Right.
Because the highest tier is just a hell-forged block in the altar. The second highest tier is only a weak blood shard. Do we have a weak blood shard? We don't have a weak blood shard. The weak blood shard is makeable, though, because it's just Tau fruit, of course. And we have Tau fruit, and we have the sanguine reverter. Yep, cool. Okay, I'll do it in baby steps, Nick. I'll do it, one step at a time. One foot in front of the other. Just, taking every day as it comes. Yeah.
Take it easy.
Slow ride. Okay. Can I quarantine this altar?
You're wanting to use this, yes. You might want to
turn off some of the watches.
Yes.
Because I need
to stop it from using everything.
40,000.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, nice and controlled. Kind of crazy that at normal speed, this blood altar is filling up faster than the.
That can be taking it out.
Yeah, do the thing.
Right.
There you go, sword.
Thank
you.
To your crafting. Cool. Okay, what did I need this for? Oh, for the runes of augmented capacity, of course. And you've got 9 more of these. Lovely. Okay, that takes me to a decent number. We have got 20 runes of augmented capacity.
20. Okay, so 16 more I will get.
I don't know if I've done this in the way that you were anticipating me doing it, but...
Let's have a look. No, this looks fine, man. Yeah, I was kind of unsure how you would need to do it.
Yeah.
Which is why I kind of hesitated after I suggested.
I've left 3 spots on each side for sacrifice runes.
Perfect. Okay, so now we need... So are you sorted then?
I lied to you. Hold on. No, ooh. I need... This is supposed to be a sacrifice rune. And then over here, I need one more.
You need one more.
Demonic slate.
Let this fill up. That's all good. There you go.
Thank you.
So now we need 12 imbued slates, right? So I do...
Yes. So, I mean, well, it depends, man. Because, what's our... Let me check the capacity in just a second after I add this last rune. Our capacity now is 405,346 life points, right? I mean, it's probably fine. I was going to say, so like there's this, pros and cons. I was going to say, do we want to change yet more of these to being runes of sacrifice, because the runes of sacrifice are just so much less efficient. But at the same time, the pack is not all blood magic, and so there is, quite a bit of time between us needing to use the blood altar, and so even though it's not the fastest, I have a feeling that when we come back, it's just going to have 400,000. So there's probably actually quite a good case to be made for just
even more capacity?
Going hard on capacity, maybe. Do you know what I mean? So that, because it's going to pretty quickly right now, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. So maybe the 900,000, I don't know, man. Maybe the extra
You want to get 1 million life points?
That way when we come over and need it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we need 1 million life points, let's say we needed to make loads of demonic slates, is it going to be faster to just have 900,000 and then wait for the extra 100,000 with the slightly slower sacrifice, or use the 400,000 and then have the slightly faster sacrifice to get the remaining 600,000? Do you know what I mean?
That's the difficult thing to say, right? I guess it depends in the future how many things we need in, like, batches of items we need in one go.
Yeah. But I kind of think that the capacity might be the better option, I know I've just changed my tune on that, but... If
you chuck the thingy back in, yeah.
Oh, I went too far. I made an ethereal slate.
Oh, gosh, ethereal.
It's the highest tier.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. It's too quick, man. It's too quick. The altar is too fast.
Oh, my Lord.
Especially if you... leave it in, like if you just because it seems to be that if you put it in like at imbued, it goes to demonic and then waits a second. If you put it in at like dirt, it goes to blank, then waits a second, and then very quickly goes through reinforced, imbued, demonic, and ethereal. Like it goes so fast. Anyway, there you go. So 9 more, I guess. Yeah,
9 more. I guess. Yeah, which we've got a lot of capacity to do it, which I guess is to your point.
Yeah. Flip it. All right. A bit of a detour this episode, man, away from the quest book.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to help us going forward.
Yeah, look at the efforts made here. This has been real good. And man, of course, the Well of Suffering. That's something that we've been talking about for a while.
So, like, what the difference here with just 9 extra runes
was probably going to take us to approximately 950 odd thousand.
Hold on, I needed way more than 9. I need 12.
12?
Yes.
12. Okay. Right, let me quickly... let's make these 3
then. 3 more. Yeah. We can calculate stuff. I promise, chat. I promise. All right. I have the final 3, Nick. And so, what's your bet for the number?
So, from what I remember when I calculated this, it was about 950,000. It's like 944,000 or something like that.
We have a capacity of 965,445 life points. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. From 26,000 to 964,000 is quite a lot. Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Quite something. Jeez. I am kind of intrigued here. I don't know what the spawn limit is, or the range of the spawn limit on the mob farm, but I kind of want to try. Gosh, I'm going to die in here.
Oh, good luck.
I kind of want to try getting rid of this block again, and maybe even going so far as to replace down the carpet so we don't get spiders. Gosh, I'm really getting... Could you flick the levers off on the fans?
Yeah. Let me do that. Here you go. 1, 2...
Okay, you can turn it back on, man.
3. Okay, nice. 1, 2, 3... Okay. These are back on.
There I have moved... Like, it's not a big move. I don't know if I've moved them far enough, but I'm kind of just trying to test the waters to see how far they need to move. Because you'll see here, I've pushed them, so they're now kind of right on top of the Well of Suffering.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
And I'm wondering if that's kind of like enough of a gap.
Dude, this is filling up way faster.
Yeah?
This is filling up way faster. Yeah. This is more like it.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, like I said, I think there's like a hard limit. Like the Cursed Earth farm doesn't want to lag the server, and so it tries not to have too many mobs. But now that we're storing them just a little further away, it's allowing way more to be in the area of the Well of Suffering. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So that's like the effectively putting the chute back in a way.
Yes.
Temporarily, or well, not temporarily, but some kind of like halfway house. But yeah, no. This is great.
We're going to have this full in no time, man.
I know.
We're already at like a
God.
quarter of the way there. That's crazy.
Jeez, this is nuts.
Jeez. Well, good. So, Nick, next time we will come back and we will begin the Project T will help, right? Questline.
Yeah.
Which actually
Very
gets us
interesting.
started, Nick, with industrial grade metal from FTB Industrial Contraptions. This is a recipe that does require a TF5 Alternic, and all you do is whack iron in here, and it turns it into industrial grade metal. But we're going to be able to do
nice.
that way easier because we've got such a nice high
Yeah.
tier altar to do it in. But of course, that is a problem for future Nick and future Isaac. For now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode of Project Sacrifice there.